play what sounds good.
Yeah, we just play good music, just fun. So essentially, we just aim for something that's more enjoyable, more than like what can we make that'll be complicated or what'll be just ridiculous. It's just playing music and having fun with it.
Cool.
So, who are some of your influences?
EJ.
Probably Rise Against the Foo Fighters for me, and then it's John for you. Like,
I don't know. I listen to a lot of stuff, and so even in like a rock song, I'll pull something from like Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys or Peter Gabriel
album.
or Yes. I don't know. So I listen to a lot of music, and then a lot of local music too, because
Like who?
the local scene. So like Meech Pango, Cherry Mantis, those are a lot that are, one, you get the poppy sound, and then two, you get a really not necessarily complicated but complex sound with Cherry Mantis. Yeah, dense is a really good word.
Right.
Cherry Mantis is dense, and so it's really nice to pull from local influences because, I mean, there's a scene building in Arlington, and it's kind of fun to just hear what's out there.
So what is y'all's connection to the music scene, and what do you think about the growth that has been happening within the music scene?
So originally, John and I were part of a band called On Switch Off, and we played a lot of shows here in the Arlington area. And that was that was at the beginning of like the pertinent growth that Arlington was kind of getting. And we had a lot of people that we played with that we formed a lot of friendships with, and essentially that was kind of it. And then I've grown up in Arlington for 19 years, so I've seen nothing to something that we have now, and that's really it.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a band before that in monoculture, and so playing around, you kind of just get a little bit introduced to the scene, and then you start seeing people everywhere. And then especially with EJ, knowing so many people being in the music program at UTA, so then you just start seeing faces and like get to know people who are actually in like recording, and then also in bands, and then you go and drink somewhere and they're there playing a show, and you're like, oh shit, like wait, can we
Go for it.
Oh no, they're there. Oh no's not good. Oh no's a bad thing. Like, oh wow, they're there playing music.
Gee golly.
Gosh, wow.
Gracious.
They're there playing a show, and so it's cool. Like you just start seeing a bunch of faces everywhere, and everyone starts hanging out, and it's, I don't know. Like I think you just kind of find your circle, so to speak, just because you keep going to the same places and seeing the same people, but in a good way, not a boring way.
So, I mean, I've lived in Arlington my whole life, and there was nothing like what's happening musically and artistically here when I was growing up. I mean, there was a small record store that I worked at called Laser Tracks that had like some shows when I was in high school, but other than that, there was nothing like Truth Vinyl or Growl or Jekyll's.
Well, there was Dreamworld for that little bit.
That's true. That's true.
Dreamworld.
It got,
I'll give you that. There was Dreamworld. But I think that it's been really great to see the growth of a local Arlington music scene, like Arlington musicians, Arlington bands, people from Arlington coming out. I think it's been great, and I'm glad that you guys are based here and that you're doing stuff here, because it's something the city needs, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. It's nice to have a little bit more pulling in from the culture and seeing a lot of youngsters build that up, and then everyone in between, or oldsters, if that's what they're called too, but just everyone is supporting this, and everyone's playing in it too.
Right.
And so, I mean, yeah, you have a lot of variety in Arlington, and there's people who've been crushing the music scene that have been from Arlington for decades. But now there's a lot bigger push for music and arts, and to like establish Arlington as more than just spending money to sit on a roller coaster kind of city, or spend money to sit in a seat and watch a football game. It's like, hey, you can go and experience community. So it's cool.
There's to kind of build on that. You were talking about how there's young people in the scene and there's old people in the scene. EJ and I actually helped organize the Arlington Musicians Lottery in November, which had quite a few genres.
Yes.
It had
all
old
different
people,
ages.
young people. I'm not young or old. I'm kind of in between. How did you feel about that project? And
during the organization of it, I will say I wanted to cry a lot. Same. Dealing with what like 40, 50 people that were going to organize it. It's like herding cats. And I mean, that entire time, I think what made it so much it was the realization that there's something bigger here than like meets the eye, and like seeing all these people just mesh together and just have a good time. And as I said at the night, like music is what is like the underlying theme in our society that like binds us together, that not a lot of people really kind of put together, but like music is a universal language and we can enjoy song, and that was very prevalent when we saw those people playing. And I mean, I met so many people through that process also, and once they got done, the first thing I thought, I was like, when can we do this again?
Right?
It's like, when, yeah, we're like, when can we do this again? When can this start happening? When can we make it bigger and better than we just did this time around? So, and I think the first thing I thought of was more time. Just give them more time to practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's ideas that I call John at like 10 o'clock in the night every now and then. I'm like, all right, so I got this idea, hear me out. And that's almost every conversation starts.
When it starts with hear me out, I'm like,
what are we doing now?
Settle over for a minute.
Put everything
up,
down,
man?
sit
What's
it down,
up?
yeah.
You only have 3 beers left. Don't worry, I'm already outside at 6. So we're set, don't worry. We're set for the night.
I brought some more. I'm outside your house. Oh, no.
That's a friend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. We'll talk about the musician lottery after this, a little more in depth. But
Off the air.
off the air, yeah. You guys won't find out about
But-
it for a little while.
Spoiler alert, it is happening again.
It's gonna happen. We want it to happen again for sure.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
gonna
see,
happen.
he didn't even know this.
I
Great.
didn't even know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Surprise. There's the banner. We forgot to set it up. That's what we forgot
There's
to
the
do.
Yep, that was it.
We had confetti cannons.
We need to get the clown out of the ceiling.
Oh man,
Can't
he's
make-
been up there for all the whole
He's
morning.
dead.
Yeah, we can't make the mistake that Peter did that one time.
Okay, so we have a question that we ask all of our guests. We have a tournament of toppings where we're trying to find the best pizza in Arlington. So you guys, what's your favorite pizza place in Arlington?
I thought it was going to be unanimous. Mine's old school, right out of the gate.
Sure,
Yes,
sure.
old school.
We stumped John.
Yeah, I like.
He's,
I
staring into space.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to think about it like long and hard. And I mean, I know like the Kroger frozen section's not an option. And I go to Old School a lot with EJ. So I mean, like, yeah, we frequent Old School.
Yeah.
That is
we go.
3
But
for 3
there's-
today.
Yeah.
on
There's a
Old
lot of
School.
places though that I haven't been to.
Yeah.
So like Vito's, Saljo's, those two are like right in my
Ooh,
neck of the woods.
Saljo's.
And I've had a slice from Saljo's.
Okay.
But it wasn't the kind of pizza I wanted, so I've got to go and get what I want.
Yeah, we're planning on visiting them.
Yeah.
very
Sal
soon.
Joe's is on the list for sure.
Yeah.
We've gone
also is a good
to
one.
Which one?
Prespas.
Prespas. That's on the
Prespas
list.
is
too.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Prespas
we
on
need to
the
go there
list.
too.
But see, like if Old School runs out of Cholula sauce, they don't have it, then it's like, okay, well, Kroger frozen section is
coming up.
I'm just joking, Mr. Old School.
Mr. Old School. That's why we call it that. My name is Old School. What's the
Yeah.
problem?
Yeah.
Mr. Old. School.
Mr. Old School. So where can people find your music and reach out to book you guys?
So here's the fun part. So as of right now, we have a whole timeline idea. I'm trying to make this as logistical as possible so I don't lose my mind.
Okay.
I originally sold out to corporate America. Now I work a 9 to 5. So
Congratulations.
All right.
Welcome to the corporate America.
Congratulations.
I think
get
the
out
worst
soon,
part.
don't
The
worry.
worst part is just like sitting at a desk. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't sit at a
Yeah,
desk.
You sit at a desk now?
Yeah, I have a desk.
Ooh.
I have a picture of Dave Grohl next to my desk.
Oh,
and
Like a motivator.
We were just talking about
Like people have their wife on their desk and you have Dave Grohl.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems
I
accurate.
think it should be more like Dave Grohl, like just looking down, like you will be a musician one day.
Well, it's like a photo of Jesus Christ, but Dave Grohl's
Yeah.
face is like imprinted
This
on
is
top
only
of it.
temporary.
Oh, okay.
You could. They're interchangeable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Our
so.
Lord and Savior, Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
So for the release of our music will be, we're shooting a bunch of vignettes for the next couple weeks.
Oh.
So we're going to be doing, one of our friends is a videographer and all that stuff. So we're going to be doing some vignettes to
I love a
promote
vignette.
our shows, which our first show is actually going to be in May. So we're doing the long-term stuff right now, long-term booking that WWE doesn't do, but we'll get to that at a different point. We plan on recording starting in June.
Okay.
And then September, October is the release of like music and whatnot.
Where is that? When is the first show and where's it at?
May 9th will be at first show will be May 9th at the Growl.
Okay.
So going back to our first like stomping grounds here in Arlington, so we'll do it there, and then
I think that was the camera.
It was the camera.
Oh, okay.
I think the battery's
sorry.
dead.
we'll be doing that, and then we'll be joined with Joseph Fisher Schramm, who we've done so many shows with when we were
really
with
good.
Off. Love that guy. We'll be doing a show with Radio War, a band from Denton, Texas. We did
Freaking amazing guitarist.
Yeah, great guy. We did our last show was On Switch Off with him, and man, tore the roof off the house. And then a new band that we actually just met through the Arlington lottery and whatnot, Pink House. So,
Yes. We were just talking to Joseph about Daniel in Pink House.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see them live and whatnot. It's going to be a fantastic time, and then us, of course. So, yeah,
Even better.
So you have a Facebook page, right?
Yes.
Do you have a
Yes.
website? Do you have an email? Where can people...
Twitter, Instagram,
So Facebook
TikTok.
and Instagram are our two ones. I don't even know how TikTok works.
I don't know how to do
That's
it.
how I realized that I was getting up there. That
You're
I
like,
realized
I don't
It's
get
actually
TikTok.
complicated.
is it?
Well, no, I just
think
don't
you
know
just-
what you use it for.
I think it's
like
just
so that's-
dancing.
it's
Like,
almost-
just create
that's what
videos.
So
stumped
it's
me.
kind of like, I feel like it's kind of evolved into like Vine.
Vine, I think so, too.
Yeah.
But I didn't even do Vine.
I
didn't
didn't
either.
either.
It's like
Vine
karaoke Vine,
passed
though.
me
Like,
by.
don't you just like
I think
mouth
that's how it
words?
started. But
If you want
now
to, you
it's
could.
just, like,
Some people just
videos.
dance to it.
Oh, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maryland
So-
does
I've seen
weird
like
stuff
comedy
with it.
TikToks where people are
Oh,
like
yeah.
pranking their moms and like, you know, like,
I think it was Whitney Cummings' podcast where she was talking to Dave Grohl about it. I was like, yeah, people do like sing your songs and whatnot. He was just looking at her. He's like, are
So
we
it's
getting
like-
royalties for that? Like,
Yeah,
let's go.
It's like long Vine, short YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah, I would agree with that. That's probably a pretty perfect way to describe it.
But back to the social media aspect. The conundrum of that is
Back to us.
So Facebook is just Frio Trio. That'll be like some ice cubes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Three
If you
ice
see
cubes.
Frio
Three
Trio and
ice
3
cubes,
ice
yes.
cubes, then
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
them.
our Instagram is the Frio Trio Music, if I'm not mistaken. So that's that. We're building up that we'll be shooting the vignettes. We're going to get those all put on all the social medias for people to see them and enjoy them because it's going to be. We want to incorporate our funny side or how we think we're funny. Some people don't think we are, but we think we're hilarious.
You guys are
Yes,
funny.
we-
Yeah. I mean, we think you're funny, so that's
Funny
all.
You
looking
got
or
these
fun
three.
looking?
You got this
Funny
room.
looking.
Yeah.
Oh, Amy.
Nicely done.
nice.
EJ's
They really
crying.
are funny looking.
And we lost EJ.
He's left the room.
I'm sorry. I will send you to my therapist.
Him and the clown are out of here.
Full circle. There we go.
Yeah,
Full
there
circle.
you go.
All right. Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Anything else that you want to talk
The
about? in
secrets
City
of the
Arlington?
universe.
I don't know, when he mentioned herding cats earlier, while he was talking, I kind of zoned out because I was thinking, like, what would help herd cats? Like, you have sheepdog that herd sheep.
Right.
I was thinking like a raccoon.
Ah.
I don't know why. I thought like they can be gentle enough, but also like focused and determined. If
Plus, they have those
I was
claws.
about to say,
Those
also,
bumps.
if
yeah.
they need to throw down with a cat,
Yeah.
they can.
I mean,
they
like,
Yeah,
can.
they're pretty fast.
it can't be a
Scrappy,
dog,
man.
you know?
No.
Like that, no, it can't.
they're
Right, they're
mortal
just-
enemies.
Exactly.
Like,
They're running away from them.
Right.
Yeah.
Is a raccoon in the bear family, or is it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Are they
We need to
marsupials?
Talk to
They have
the
pouches?
biology professor.
No, they
They
don't.
don't?
They don't have
They don't have
pouches.
pouches.
Something with a pouch would be nice.
If they had pouches, I think it'd be more pockets.
I wish
for
I
them.
had a pouch.
honestly.
I don't.
Yeah, because then I wouldn't need to carry a bag around. I'd just be like, oh,
Well,
let
like,
me check
Yeah.
the pouch for my
Women's
It's not for a
clothes don't
baby.
have pockets.
No.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, that is
And
very
y'all's
true.
pockets are like
that is
this
ridiculous.
deep.
Yeah.
They're
It
shallow.
is ridiculous.
All the
So-
women's jeans and jackets I have do not have any pockets.
At all.
None.
I need a surgical pouch and insert it. Somebody could.
Somebody's got to have done
This
it by
this
now.
one went off the rails. Like, this one got crazy. I
We
like
just
it.
got weird.
Surgical pouches.
But
Frio
then-
Trio.
But then you think of where you put the pouch. Would it be on your stomach, or would you do like your
Yeah, like
thighs?
a
Yeah.
a fanny pack. You know.
Okay.
I would gain some
Whoa.
extra weight so they can cut that off and like put it on my thighs.
Oh yeah, 2 thigh pockets. You just wear really short shorts.
I think that'd probably look better than like baggy pants, so you like aren't digging in your pants all the time. And,
Right, it does look a little awkward.
Yeah, that'd look just as. I'd rather just wear short shorts. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
have
just
nice
really
legs.
short shorts.
Except for in the
Skin,
winter
flat
time, that wouldn't work
pockets.
That's
Totally
fine. I have hairy
normal
enough legs. They could be
conversation.
leggings.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Whoopsies. You asked.
After skin pockets.
So May 9th
skin
at
pouches.
Growl,
May 9th
May
to
9th
Growl.
Growl.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Frio Trio and the pouches.
Frio.
Oh.
We should just call ourselves. There will be merch, so we'll have shirts. We're going to give out free buttons and stickers and whatnot.
Yeah, not buttons.
Not
Dude,
buttons.
come on, man. I'm sweating over here.
And then on top of that, I mean, the worst thing that I'm afraid is going to happen is I'm going to bring some earplugs for everybody because it's going to be a loud show. We're
Be
going
loud.
yeah.
Unnecessarily
Turning it up to
loud.
11.
So whoever
The mics are
comes,
there
you
for
guys are more than welcome to
from
take
out.
them, but don't take the whole carton like someone did for our last show. And I was
yeah.
like,
Why did you do that?
it was like 3/4 full. And I'm like, man,
See, normally people don't take earplugs at all during shows,
Right.
even if they give them out for free. And the fact that this person took the entire thing, they're thinking. You know what?
Upset for
I'd
that.
rather them be protected when they go to shows than not be protected.
Exactly.
Hearing
You
loss
got to
is
practice
real,
safe
man.
listening.
Yeah.
What?
Hearing, yep. See.
I didn't.
He gets it. All right. Well, thank you all so much for coming out. I plan on being at the show.
I'll be at the show.
So
We'll hold you to that.
Okay.
you're gonna call me, Daryl. Where are you?
I might be.
We can't start our show.
I'm like a half mile down the road. I should be there.
Like that looks really
Yeah,
infected.
we live by each other. Well, my
probably
mom's
shouldn't
house
be
is by your
here.
house.